RM and V once almost got caught eating ice cream by their manager. BTS love food, and they often are willing to go to great lengths to get their favorite foods. Here are 4 times BTS was willing to do anything for food. 1. RM and V almost getting caught eating ice cream. When RM and V were trainees, they almost got caught eating ice cream. In an episode of You Quiz on the Block, RM shared that when BTS were trainees, they were on a diet and weren't allowed to eat things like ice cream. This, however, didn't stop them, as V and RM once went out and secretly ate ice cream. When the two were eating their ice cream and walking back to their dorm, they saw a car that looked like their manager's. While the two didn't actually think it was their manager, the car started approaching them. The car stopped right next to them, and their manager came out. The two knew they would get in trouble, so they quickly put their ice cream into their pockets. Thankfully for them, their manager didn't see a thing. Their manager asked them where they were going, and they told him they were going back to their dorm. After this simple conversation, their manager left. The car stopped right next to them, and their manager came out. The two knew they would get in trouble, so they quickly put their ice cream into their pockets. Thankfully for them, their manager didn't see a thing. Their manager asked them where they were going, and they told him they were going back to their dorm. After this simple conversation, their manager left. V and RM then got their ice cream out of their pockets and continued eating. Ice cream wasn't the only thing they ate that day, as V hilariously shared that the ice was their dessert and that they had secretly eaten some donkatsu prior. 2. Members selling out BTS for food. Some of the members sold out BTS for food, and Suga was not pleased. In episode 140 of Run BTS, the members could not win many ingredients for a barbecue. The staff, however, allowed them to negotiate with PDNA JUNGKOOK for pork belly strips. Jin, JIMIN, and V decided to go and negotiate. After negotiating, they agreed to play one final game. If the members won, then they would get the pork belly strips. If they lost, then they would have to shoot a promotional video for the game caterer's YouTube channel for free. The three even agreed that all 7 members would shoot the video. Suga heard what was going on, and he yelled, "Hey! You have no self-respect." Jimin yelled back, "Aren't you hungry? We are trying hard. Don't you whine there." They then played the game, and Suga won.
3. RM going far lengths to eat jjajangmyeon. RM loves jjajangmyeon, Korean-style Chinese noodle dish with thick black bean sauce, and he has interesting stories of him trying to eat it when he was a trainee. In an episode of You Quiz on the Block, RM shared that he wasn't allowed to have jjajangmyeon when he was a trainee due to their diet. When BTS were trainees, a jjajangmyeon restaurant was 500 to 700 meters away from their dance studio. One day, RM was craving jjajangmyeon, so he faked that he had a stomachache during dance practice and left the dance studio. RM then ran to the jjajangmyeon restaurant near their dance studio. When BTS were trainees, a jjajangmyeon restaurant was 500 to 700 meters away from their dance studio. One day, RM was craving jjajangmyeon, so he faked that he had a stomachache during dance practice and left the dance studio. RM then ran to the jjajangmyeon restaurant near their dance studio. RM knew he had to be quick, so he finished his bowl of jjajangmyeon in a few bites. RM then went back to practice, but he immediately got caught since he smelled like jjajangmyeon. This isn't the only time RM did something like this. When BTS was set to debut, they moved to a nicer dorm. RM wanted jjajangmyeon one day, and he thought of a great plan. RM would order jjajangmyeon to their old dorm, eat it there, then walk back to their new dorm. RM's plan didn't end up happening as his manager called him when he was away and asked him where he was. 4. Jungkook giving up Jin for ice cream. This one was a playful moment, but Jungkook once gave up Jin for ice cream. When BTS was craving ice cream, their director called them and asked them what they would be willing to give up for ice cream. Jungkook then jokingly said that he would be willing to give up Jin.